Okay, so in your last video we saw about your crude operations. So in this video we continue about the crude operations and its importance. So as I told, crude is nothing but it is create, read, update and delete. So what are the importance of your crude operations? So this is a structural approach to a data management. So our institutions are having students who are studying in thousands. So we need a basic management skill where every student details is saved and stored. So we need a structured approach for your data management. So this storing of data users info, we need something to display the students details whenever we need, and there can be a main operations of storing. So that displaying codes is actually a main task, because when in institutions, when thousands of students are studying, we have many display students to display. So we need a particular branch. So it has a main task, that is to display the students detail without any mistake or correction in your data. So this importance of Crud is to do such high performing task where it maintains, it requires a very much of high performance in it. So next is here, it is a fundamental for developers. As I told, the importance is without the basic we cannot move on to our company for directly working, or without the basic we cannot come to a college and start learning the programming things we need. So this is your fundamentals for your developers. So next is your dynamic interaction between applications and database. So dynamic interaction, like how we students and staffs in inquiring or introduction to both of us. So we are having an interactive session in class too, with some of activities of teaching pedagogies like think, pass, share, or we can use some applications. So in that way, this Crud operations is also a interaction between the application and database. So the database needs a application where we should open the data, we should update the data, we should modify the data. For example, we can take our green cards. In our college we follow a green card method where each and every semester we update the data. First we used to create the data of the student, and then we read the data of the student, the father, the guardian, the sister, siblings, so whatever it is, we read the data and we update the data when he goes to a next semester. And if he is doing any sorts of vacations or awards, whatever it may be, it will be recorded in the green card. So this dynamic interactions with the students are also we are having. So that is a basic fundamental of two operations between a student and the staff. So next is your Crud principles, which is limited to relational database. So then it can be of a relational database, or it can be of no SQL also. The SQL is having a proper pattern of your tables and rows and columns, but it is, we can take it to a relational database also where it is not even also related. So for database, you can have a, for example, we can take a node. So whereas we are having a parent node, and from that parent node we will be having a sibling node of father, mother, grandfather, grandparent. So we can have another nodes where it leads on to a relational databases. So that way the Crud operations, the Crud principles is not also limited to relational database, but it is also applicable to your non-SQL also. So they inform the design to the endpoint. So this all makes a particular design where the information is given. So we will see a small program where we are going to insert, read, update and delete. So in your insert, we are going to give the syntax of your insert into users. User name, it may be of your serial number, email ID, age or anything. So now I am going to insert the values. So insert into user and value. So I am going to give a AGF, and next I will ask my email ID and gmail.com or snsinstitutions.org, and next is your password, so I am giving it. So after this password, what I am doing, I need to read the data which I have given. So after I am giving the syntax of select start from user. Your display will be your AGF, Gmail or SNSCT, and after that it will be having your password. So it may be that. So next I am updating the data. I need to change my email ID from Gmail to SNSCT. So the mail ID, only the mail ID is changed where I use the syntax of where to change the mail ID. So next I am deleting the data from the user which I have created here. So I am deleting the data and the data is deleted. So these are your small syntaxes for your group operations. So thank you.